Welcome back, everybody. It's Winback, and today we are going to be playing Tassadar, and we're gonna consider this a beginner guide because he's rather new, and for everybody playing him, there's going to be a pretty drastic shift in playstyle. So the Tassadar is going to be the one. I don't know. Today's team comps: Tassadar, Deathwing, Brightwing, ETC Kira versus Tyrande, Nova, Kel'Thuzad, Diablo, and Kael'thas. Right off the bat, keep in mind our Q has changed to the Shock Ray. It is no longer a shield. There you have it. Big old line of lightning that you're going to lay down that goes quite far, and it is going to slow people for 2 seconds. The W has not changed. It is Psionic Storm. This is going to just be a puddle of damage that sits there, does damage stuff. And then our E is Force Wall. This has become, this has gone from being a heroic to our E button. And it has replaced the phase shift, which was Tassadar's get out of jail free card for the longest time. You just slap the E button and you would be completely removed from the game, because that was a fun mechanic. And then our trait has been updated to the Resonance Beam. What that is going to do, as long as we are holding down our auto attack on anything, it is going to charge up. Once it hits 100% of charge, we are going to regen mana, and it is going to do more damage. The auto attack also slows. Slows by 10%. Yeah, the slow doesn't increase, so that's fine. 10%, obviously, it is what it is, and it's not really going to be the most amazing slow in the universe, but it's some form of CC, right? And it's free. It's permanent. All you have to do is click on someone and it's going. But the talent build is always going to be pretty much the same, I think, for Tassadar. He's got a couple different builds. I'm not sure how viable each of them are. This is the only one that I've had success with. Static Charge at 1. And what this ability is doing for us, it is not only stacking damage for us up to 200, but it is going to give us 30% charge on our trait whenever we hit a hero with it. So right there we got 33% on our trait. You'll notice in the bottom left, if we hit 3 people with 1 Q, we're immediately stacked all the way up to our 100% Resonance Beam, which obviously is going to be giving us mana back. It's going to be making us do more damage. Obviously, everything's just greater at full charge. So, the whole reason that I'm even okay with sitting there and trading more autos over the wall into the Diablo is just to get a bit more mana regen. And now we're going to go back and fill that bar up because, blue stuff is needed to shoot the lightnings and the walls. So, obviously, you can see where we're at. At level 4, we did pick up the Electric Fence. That is going to make our Force Wall slow and do damage. So, whenever we lay down our E, people are going to get stuck on it. They're going to eat some damage. It's going to hurt. It basically gives our Force Wall Burning Rage, and then I think it's a 20% slow? 35% slow. Nasty. That is... on the spectrum of really impactful slows, 35% is just shy of being ridiculous. I think 40% is like you can obviously see and you can react to that. 35% is like, oh my god, I know that's coming. I can now make my skill shot around that slow. Lightning in the back of the Kael'thas. Obviously, the damage for the ability is already stupid high, but we have hit level 7, so we are going to pick up the beam alignment. And what this is going to do, once we hit 100% of our Resonance Beam, our auto attack distance is going to increase by 1, which is an overlooked portion of this talent. And, oh, thank you, Brightwing. I appreciate the heal, even though I really don't appreciate your character. But anyway, at full Resonance Beam charge, we are going to have the cooldown of our Q go faster, our Shock Ray go faster, and we are going to have extended auto range by 1. So we can attack from much further away. We can continue to be at a safe distance while regenning that mana, doing that additional auto attack damage. It's just good all around talent. I think for any of the builds, honestly. I don't know if these other two can really compete with all the stuff that you get out of Beam Alignment. Just because of the pure amount of damage that you get from Shock Ray. It's so good. Hitting anybody with your Q, they instantly know, like, oh my god, where did my health go? Just like Tyrande there. We took about 25% of her health, hitting her with the tip of our Shock Ray. Just the tip. It's pretty nuts. ETC thinking he's going to go under the tower. He's just trading a little bit of CC for some damage. I was not able to hit that Q, sadly. We're at 72 stacks on our level 1. Keep in mind, if you are playing Tassadar and you're having trouble getting the level 1 stacked up, that's not necessarily uncommon. This talent is incredibly difficult to get all the way to 200, and every game that I've played with it so far has usually taken me to anywhere from level 13 to level 16 to accomplish. And then there are some games where you just can't hit it, period, and it sucks. So if you feel bad, don't feel bad. It's a hard talent to get stacked, so you're doing just fine. You just keep flinging those Qs. You keep being strong, independent Templar. Don't need no teammates. You know what I'm saying? We got the bottom camp going right now. All we really are doing with Tassadar is clearing the lanes because our lane clear is so oppressive, truly. Gonna hit him with a Shock Ray at a Psy Storm. Gonna throw down a Black Hole just to make sure that we seal the deal. Black Hole is Tassadar's new ultimate that did replace Force Wall. It's a decent cooldown, and it does have a 0.5 second wind up. But once it's wound up and it's tossed, it is going to pull people towards the center, and anybody stuck in the center of the black hole is going to take damage, quite a bit, and be stunned. So, it's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty amounts of damage, let's be real. Trying to wall off the Kel'Thuzad, he doesn't really seem to realize that he is in danger, so that wall probably didn't get maximum efficiency, if we're being honest. 88 stacks under level 1 quest. Gotta go pick up this mid soak. Hopefully, our team is definitely in position to clear out these shrines and get shit going. Kira is ready to go to the dragon. Perfect! Let's pick that bad boy up and start knocking some buildings down. Deathwing slowly making his way out, but sees me on the approach, turns around for the Kel'Thas and makes sure that that guy knows Deathwing is not alone. Not alone. Laying down more damage, 3 stacks there, immediately hitting a 100% resonance beam because we're just so good at aiming that Q. When you playing Tassadar, one of the things you should keep in mind is that you do not need to be up front. If your tank is up there doing tank things, and so is your bruiser, you're probably just fine wherever you are. Your Q is going to do holy shits amounts of damage to the tank or the backline. And honestly, with as big as your Q, as your Shock Ray is, it can hit both very easily. It can hit both front and backline targets super simply, which is another cool thing about Tassadar in the mage slot that other mages don't really, I don't want to say all of them. There aren't too many that can just, hit such massive amounts of the battlefield, right? Obviously, Kale can put his W on people, his living bomb, and it'll, explode it. Did anyone get the license plate on that locomotive? I know that a locomotive is a train. Anyway, Jaina actually has to hit her abilities, and they only hold off that one circular portion, and in order to make Frostbolt hit, through people, you have to take the Pierce talent, because normally it just stops, just dead ends at the first target you hit. Obviously, Jaina can whip out a stupid amount of damage on her own, but I just think Tassadar has more access to people with his stronger abilities, because he's also got a circle of damage, right? Obviously, it doesn't do as much, but it is going to be just as effective at cutting off choke points, getting vision, and it's on a much shorter cooldown, if we're being honest. So our 2 damage abilities are just that. I mean, it's damage. And our utility ability, our force wall, can be kind of tricky. Now the radius of the ability is pretty short. It's not even going to show you. Bummer. Being that it is shorter, I don't know if it was always this short or if it might have gotten a range nerf, but you have to be probably about oh boy, Diablo trying to make his way in. I don't know if he really understands how vulnerable he is. But he's dead, and we are going to send the black hole into the mosh pit just to make people hurt even more. True pain. Oh my god, I'm going to... Ouch. Well, as it turns out, you can't just stand in damage. You know, it's painful. It's okay, though. But that's going to help me make the point that I was making earlier that I've already forgotten to make, and it's gone. It's totally gone. We'll come back to that later. I'm sure it'll pop back into my head at some point. Oh, right, the range of the E. It is probably the circle here. The shrine, the distance, from left tip of the circle to right tip of the circle. That's probably the range of your force wall now. Which is, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Flap, 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 right wing, flap. Oh my god. Okay. Everything's fine. It's not going to happen today. Not today. Brightwing makes it out. We're going to use our Oracle to check that tri-bush, make sure nobody gets skanked in there. Oracle, we did pick up because the enemy team is almost entirely spell damage. And if we're standing still, like we usually are when using our Q or our auto attacks, we are getting 30 spell armor, which subsists a little bit after. I thought they were gonna engage. Apparently, they are much smarter than I gave them credit for. So that is a whiffed ult, if I have ever seen one. Kel'Thuzad looking nice and ouch. Hard miss. I didn't think he was gonna boot back that far, so I aimed just to the point where I thought he was going to boot to. Kira eating a flame strike like there is no tomorrow. ETC going in on the Diablo, though. Prime position for us to take that guy out. Now, our level 1, obviously, bonus damage 136. Ain't too shabby. Oh, Kael'thas. What neighborhood do you think this is, my friend? That electric fence holding him in position for a little bit. Oh my god, are we reliving the Brightwing incident so early on. ETC getting all his health back with his E and the help of the friendly Brightwing, really just making that whole enemy team wish they had any amount of damage to fucking finish our cow god off. Doesn't look like it. But here we are. Doesn't seem as though our team wants to finish off. You know what? Fuck it. There's 2 of us here. That's all we need. One big mosh pit doing all the work that we needed to make sure that we get those siege giants and a kill on the enemy healer. I don't know if you were aware, but when you fight in a choke against an ETC and a Tassadar, an ET Tassadar, you're going to die. You're going to die. Whatever you're squished up like this, or I guess when you're playing as Tassadar and you see anything that is going to be squished up in that little alley like it is over here, like right here, or even here, honestly. Here, anything that's happening that's not in the lane is going to be your bread and butter. It's going to make hitting your shock ray impossibly easy. It's going to make your gravity... I keep calling it gravity well for some reason. I think that's a Zarya talent. But your black hole is going to be absolutely insanely powerful in those chokes, in those alleyways, and the amount of range that it has, coupled with the amount of utility that it provides, is just going to be entirely game-changing. Now, obviously, Dragonshire is the perfect map, so it has a fair amount of, corridors, alleyways, things that forces team fights to happen in weird positions. So, it's a great Tassadar map. Cursed Hollow, also a great Tassadar map. Other maps, I would say 2-lane maps are going to be some pretty decent stuff. Not because necessarily your ultimate is going to get a whole lot of bang for your buck, but it's going to be a lot easier to have opportunities to line up your shock ray. So I would say on maps like Brax's Holdout, even Tomb of the Spider Queen, Hanamura, stuff like that, you're still going to build Q, obviously, because it's where all the damage is, but you're going to take Archon instead. And Archon is going to do wonders for your team fight because it is a huge increase in DPS, and it's also a shield. It's a bit of a save for you as a Tassadar as well. So, actually, I hit the wrong button. Let's see what it does. Archon. 40% of our shield... 40% of our health and shields. Oh! Oh my god, he almost lived. Almost lived with that stuff. But we're going to take Diablo out. We got Diablo and Kel'Thuzad for Kira. Well, we got Diablo's souls, and we got Kel'Thuzad's bucket. I guess it could be worse. But anyway, the amount of shield is great, but the other cool thing about Tassadar in Archon form is that he is going to lose our Resonance Beam, but he is going to... Are you trying to fight me? You want to fight, bro? I didn't put the wall down in the right place. This is painful. Everything hurts. Please don't kill me. It's okay. It's okay. We just used our Oracle to survive the Lightning Breath, and now our team is ready and willing to save us from our own mistakes. Gonna take out the Diablo just for shits and giggles. But anyway, so what you do with Archon, if you pick it, depending on, what you want to do, Archon changes your auto attack from the beam to an auto attack that just splashes lightning. And it's also going to reduce spell armor for the targets that you're auto attacking, making your Q, your shock ray, your huge bread and butter ability do much more damage. So, Archon is going to be the ultimate that you use for team fighting in those big open spaces. In Dragonshire specifically, I don't think you really need to. Again, Cursed Hollow, I don't think you need to. What other maps can I even... I'm sure there's plenty that I'm not thinking of. Oh, look at that. Look at it. Short, taller, even taller, and then, oh my god, big boy. That's super cute. We're such a great team. If only Brightwing had been on the, like, over here, all the way to the left of the Kira. There's the stats. It was a relatively short game, but Kael'thas only beat us by 4,000 and only had 2 kills. I mean, let's be real. Kills are the real measure of a player, right? Anyway, the talent, there you have it. Did not finish our quest, only 180, which is sad, but not something I'm not used to. Electric Fence at 4, a Beam Alignment at 7, Black Hole at 10, Oracle at 13, Thermal Lance at 16, and Google Blitz at 20. I don't know if you were necessarily able to see how much that this 20 upgrade was doing, but it does put a storm at the bottom of a hero who gets hit by the black hole. So it can stack that damage can. So if they're grouped up and you hit like all 5 people and they all, bloop storms at the bottom of their feet, they're all going to be eating 5 storms worth of damage. So it's pretty nasty the way that it works. But I also think that the spell power upgrade is pretty useful, and I think that the force wall upgrade is also pretty useful as well, just for creating picks, creating bigger advantages at the end game. Obviously, the cooldown on your ultimate 70 seconds, so this actually may have less efficient costs than the other stuff. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Let me know in the comments if you can think of any other maps that Tassadar shines on, because I was completely blanking on them for the entirety of this video, other than the ones that I know that he is amazing at. And, yeah. Oh, Sky Temple is always going to be a shit map for Tassadar. So is, it's gone. Warhead Junction. That's it. Warhead and Sky Temple are both garbage maps for Tassadar. There's too much distance between. There's not enough grouped up fighting. It's just going to be hot dookie. So thanks for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow to continue the Protoss journey.